Today we are ranking all 24 Dead by Daylight killers from least to most annoying when encountered in a match. I've broken this down into 4 simple categories. Sorta annoying. Okay, stop now. Uninstall. And honestly, go fuck yourself. Each tier presents 6 killers that get progressively more annoying to play against as the list goes on. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can see you for the next upload. As we get started, I'm curious, who would you rank as the top 3 most annoying killers and why? Leave your answer in a comment below and we'll see if it's close to mine. Are we ready? Alrighty then, let's go. Number 24. Starting off this list is our Seattle boy, the Trapper. This fashionably challenged killer will distract you with where he lays his traps more often than you actually step in them. Yeah, sure, there is the random placement that might catch you off guard, but most players are checking shack window and typical loop zones once they identify who the killer is. However, he does get bonus points for his adorable grunt noise. He's just not very annoying. Number 23. The Hillbilly. I can literally already feel all the Billy mains combusting in the comments below about, how can Billy be so low in this list? I get it, I'm a Billy main myself. He is an amazing killer that is super powerful. Even with the recent Freebilly blast on social media, we just don't see very many players loading up as the Cold Wind Killer to qualify as being super annoying. You know what is annoying about him? That grunt when he goes into his chainsaw sprint. Number 22. The Blight. Come on, Grimes, how many serum vials is he gonna lit all over the map? Tisk tisk. That being said, the Blight can be annoying because his chase style is rather unpredictable. This is of course dependent upon who is driving him. If the operator is a proficient Flick Blight, it could be game over real quick. But more likely, you're going to be loaded in with someone running into more walls than a 5th grader at a bumper car's birthday party and just won't land that iridescent insta-down add-on. Number 21. Pyramid Head. Okay, dude, this killer starts the incline for some levels of annoyance for sure. Like, his weapon is stupendously large. How could he even lift it? I get it, he is more yoked than 3 Sylvester Stallones from the 80s Rambo series combined, but still. That blade couldn't even fit in most hallways, let alone hit through a window. Not to mention his head is shaped like a nacho cheese Dorito. Playing against this killer brings out eye rolls for sure, as range attacks and loops, the spike box, and built-in Moris are definitely frustrating. Number 20. The Twins. The moment you hear the sound of Victor yeeting himself from Charlotte, you can hear me saying for f***'s sake into the mic. Similar to Billy, I feel this killer would be higher in the list if more players brought the family ties into the game, but they just don't. Understanding the map and utilizing a gameplay versus 2 killer variables is not impossible, it's just a different strategy. Things can be especially annoying when Victor leaps and you misread the hitbox. What you don't see in Charlotte's noisy hoarder backpack is her Eagle Scout merit badge and a lifetime supply of camping gear from REI. Number 19. The Pig. Finishing up the sorta annoying category, we have Amanda from the Saw movies. I feel like this is where the balance starts to shift and gameplay becomes more irritating. Not only is this the first killer in the list to have a stealth ability, but this Baconator can play more mind games than Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. Are we booping the snoot or not, Piggy? A couple of chases in and you will inevitably end up with a reverse bear trap on your face. Super annoying as you have to search jigsaw boxes until it's the correct match, all the while you're defenseless target for the pig to M1 again. Never mind if you try to exit the match with the active trap on your head. Bringing us into tier 2 is the Demogorgon. A well-executed moonwalk combined with a shred attack is lethal enough to place the demo in this tier. Definitely annoying. Stranger Things is an appropriate title since this killer is exactly that when thinking of its aesthetics, or lack thereof. It's cool that we have characters from the TV show in the game, but let's be real. With that funky head design, I can't tell if I'm trying to flashlight blind an alien or Ron Jeremy on a good day. The latter seems more likely considering that out-of-pocket cosmetic that came out. Come on, man. The demo definitely earns some bonus annoyance points as it can portal around the map, providing some serious pressure if they're not sealed up. Number 17. The Oni. The immense size and intimidation factor of Oni is enough to bring a thrilling annoyance into any match. Not to mention I find myself bleeding more from his sword than I did when I was 13 years old trying to learn how to shave for the first time. Survivor Blood Orbs are super annoying as they're an extended version of scratch marks, leaving a detailed map of your movement and position. I feel like the time you spent injured repairing a generator, that your blood orbs alone power up a special ability. And unlike the Hillbilly, Oni can continue to sprint around the map hitting every object possible, running into walls and still flickshot you into the bowels of the entity. Number 16. The Clown. This pot-bellied bully could easily fit many places on this list as he has so many variables of frustration. If he was a character in Dungeons and Dragons, he would have somehow rolled a negative charisma score based on looks combined with that nasty laugh and cough. There is something specifically annoying when you are caught in a zone or pallet loop by the clown, bottles start breaking, and visual effects of the tonic get you in a near unescapable tizzy. It was this thumb-sucking ringmaster that unfortunately introduced Pop Goes the Weasel into the killer's bag of tricks. Super annoying. Number 15, the Death Slinger. You thought one wheezing old man was enough in Dead by Daylight? Wrong. Here's another. This menacing gunslinger will take your hopes and dreams of escaping back to the campfire and instead turn them into lengthy times of mending, over and over again. His M1 attack looks like a slow-motion spear with its reach often playing deceptive tricks on you. If that wasn't enough, any player with a legit skill set using the Death Slinger will land shots on you through the most ridiculous little open spots of cover and reel you into your demise. Eerily familiar to someone else that we know.
Get over here! Excellent.
Number 14, Ghostface. While getting worried by him is a treat, as that animation is nothing less than spectacular, playing versus him is an extreme pain. Ghostface is very effective at traversing the map in stealth, creating some confusion about his whereabouts as well as setting up some effective ambushes. He really levels up in the annoying categories as he can make himself more difficult to spot by crouching as well as peeking around corners. If this wasn't bad enough, Ghostface can stalk every survivor in his view at the same time into the exposed status, leaving you crying in frustration more than Nev Campbell in all the Scream movies combined. Number 13, the Plague. Adiris, the former influencing beauty and high priestess of Babylon, is nothing short of an undead puke fetish waiting to escort you to the hook. There are multi-levels of annoyance when playing against the Plague, the first being her ranged vile purge attack, which gives her the name of Vommy Mommy. This green nastiness will send you running and eventually make you so sick yourself that you're actually exposed. On top of that, you will start to vomit uncontrollably, constantly giving away your position and impacting your ability to do objectives. The second killer when facing the Plague is actually your own teammates, especially if you don't agree on tactics. Especially in solo queue. Most of the times, they will cleanse themselves of the infection, giving her more pools to upgrade her vomit power to the Corrupt Purge, which is a ranged attack that injures or downs you. Overall, very, very annoying. In position 12, it is Michael Myers who brings us into the Uninstall category. It doesn't matter which survivor you are running, to Michael you are Jamie Lee Curtis from the Halloween movies and very deserving of that silent stock. You spawn into the map, get on a gen, and everything is smooth and quiet. That's when that ominous feeling kicks in, and before you have time to react, you are jump scared by his creepy face. During his no terror radius stalking, he will pull you off gens, leaving the latest meal from Cafe Entity in your shorts. Legit scary. Michael is more annoying than his Ghostface stalking partner because there are many variations of add-ons that make his powers drastically different. Can we say scratch mirror? Let's not forget to mention that when he reaches tier 3, everyone is exposed. Super annoying. Number 11, the Trickster. While this hunk is a charismatic sight for sore eyes, he will make you question if tolerating a 5-minute DC penalty is worth it. Playing against him around large objects and tile sets feels okay, but the moment you're caught out in a zone or almost anywhere with some open area, well, this pop star will pop your health like a pimple, laughing and giggling all the while. His sinister backstory really comes out in his audios and is super annoying to be on the receiving end. If the range attacks were not enough, he has this little lightsaber sounding baseball bat that reminds me of the Scout from Team Fortress. Thank you, watching me go into the next killer on this list. Number 10, Freddy. This classic symbol of horror films from the 1980s is 100% a nightmare in my street. Being he is such a simple killer to play, he's used pretty effectively versus survivors. While the devs swear that his lunge is the same length as every other killer, it comes off feeling as if it has some magical properties. The DreamWorld penalties are not as ridiculous as they used to be, but there are still some annoying obstacles like his snare traps and the home-wrecking fake pallets. Frederick Krueger runs around projecting a cute kitty lullaby in which you must judge his proximity as you cannot see him when you are awake. Oh, did I forget to mention he can warp and emerge as a bloodbath from generators around the map? Annoying. Number 9, the Huntress. Let's be real here. The Red Forest Russian could go anywhere in the top 10 list with her lullaby alone. It is a song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. It is single-handedly the most annoying audio in the game. Hats off the killers that play her and double hats off to stream communities that watch a Huntress main. Lullaby aside, a skilled Huntress will disassemble a Swift in no time. Zones are gone, pallets are useless, and there are heat-seeking axes being launched at your head through clever openings or back directly to the hook when you pull someone off for rescue. Annoying. Number 8, the Wraith. While Bing Bong Boy can run around invisible, his level of annoyance is quite easy to see. The sound of his bell cloaking in and out is frustrating, as his add-ons can confuse your perception of his proximity. His ability to reposition and fast travel the map is further augmented by a speed boost coming out of a cloak to surprise attack you. Where is all this speed coming from anyway? It's definitely not those chicken legs.
Bruh.
If that isn't annoying enough, he can alter the sound of his bell to be completely silent, as well as suppress his terror radius for a short time. Number 7. Nemesis. This Resident Evil boy toy will knock you into next week with a fist the size of 2 basketballs. His eyes may look empty, but his hands are not. Along with that punch, he can strike you from a distance with a nasty tentacle affecting you with a T-virus. As your mutation spreads, you ultimately have to waste time searching for a vaccine box to cure yourself of the effects. Annoying. The Nemesis should consider a gig in WrestleMania, as he has several tag team zombie buddies waiting to ambush you around the map. Speaking of which, the ultimate annoyance with Nemesis is that he brought along the RPD map. I just can't even. We're finally here. Are you ready for the 6 most annoying killers in Dead by Daylight? Tier 4, baby. Let's go. Number 6, the Nurse. Arguably the strongest killer in the game, this Screech Box is our opening act in the highest tier of annoyance. You might be able to predict her blinks in the open zones, but she will devastate you through walls and multi-levels alike. Pallets being close to nothing versus her, and normal mind games get blown up like my bathroom after a 5-star night at the local Thai place. On top of all that, there's a special place in hell for a nurse when she blinks down the basement to pull you off of a rescue. Wah wah wee wah. Number 5, the Legion. Stab, 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 stab. Bringing the definition of mundane to DBD, this killer will have you complaining before that M1 even connects. Their story of annoying delinquent angst has translated perfectly into the game, as you will literally be mending then healing the entire match. To add insult to injury, the Legion can sprint in a frenzy, gaining the ability to slide over drop pallets, rendering them pointless. Never mind the fact that when they do stab you in that frenzy, they see the locations of in-range teammates and recharge the sprint and will go after them. Yeah. Number 4, the Hag. Holy shit, this killer is annoying. If you thought other killers camp, you might as well upgrade the Hag to the C-suite of all outdoor campground activities. Her kit is literally designed to place traps that activate like proximity mines around points of activity within the match. Even with 3,000 hours in this game, the Hag and her traps still jump scare me. The moment you feel safe, it's done. She explodes up from the ground to be followed by her trap coming to life as she warps to it. The worst is when she has no audio warning, or when she runs add-ons that allow her to teleport to a trap she is simply looking at. Fuck that. Number 3, the Spirit. Bringing us into the top 3, the Spirit is one of the most controversially discussed killers in Dead by Daylight. Executing successful counterplay against her is very difficult to time. She is able to phase in and out of sight, hunting you down during loops, giving her an extreme edge. Levels of annoyance are multiplied if you're unlucky enough to run into her on an outdoor map with grass, allowing her to track your movement during phase. Her husk and manipulative mind games will leave you in a losing guessing game most of the time. Number 2, Bubba. There are a few different killers that could be number 2 on this list, but honestly it's the playstyle that elevates him here. There's not even much to say that can describe the frustration and extreme annoyance. Somehow the entity has worked its way into the controls of the people who play Bubba. One-hit chainsaw downs, face camping, slugging, extreme camping, I'm talking basement camping. Leatherface has the ability to end a group caught flat-footed in a blink of an eye. Don't pretend like you didn't know this whole time. Number 1, the Doctor. The moment you identify the killer as Herman, you know you're in for a complete shitstorm of a round. His stupid face and ridiculous ass laugh are enough to make you Alt F4 for superpowers. If you hear his terror radius, you might as well expect an AoE shock jolting you and your teammates awake. With his shock therapy ranged attack, the Doctor will deliver you into a state of madness, causing you to scream randomly, giving your position away. During all of this, the volume levels of chaos are so loud that even deaf-ass motherfucking Beethoven would DC from this game. Additionally, depending on add-ons, you might have a red stain following you around, as well as holograms of the Doctor, also giving away your position. Oh, I almost forgot. Backwards random position skill checks. Honestly, go fuck yourself. My name is DrumRollTony, and I stream Dead by Daylight on Twitch. Make sure to follow me there so the next time I'm live, you can let me know what you think about this list. Which killer is the most annoying to you? Alright, I hope you have a good day. Peace.